Hello there, everybody. How are you all doing today? It's time to continue our E3 2007 adventure. Megan is here, by the way. That was a pause for Megan to speak, and then she didn't. Megan sometimes one to miss her cues. Not like we plan it. I'm never like, yo, let's if there's silence, Megan, it's time for you to say something. Never planned. I just always expect it because it's like, oh, Megan hasn't said anything yet. I'll give her some space, and she still hasn't said anything, right?
Yes. I just I don't want to interrupt you, and I feel like I'm going to.
Megan, you're fine. You're never gonna interrupt me. I promise. Well, sometimes you do, but that's gonna be just inevitable, right? So yeah. Thank you to Cars Luck for this upload once again. The guy's been uploading every E3 conference, I'm pretty sure. So
he's done a lot of them that we've seen, yeah.
He's done a lot of them, and that's pretty baller. So yeah, we're gonna continue this. Yeah, it's been a few days, so I'm feeling a bit better. So hopefully I'm not gonna like be dead by the end of this. Or feel like death by the end of this. Which, you know, is a plus if that doesn't happen, right? Okay, Megan, are you ready?
Yeah. I am.
Alright, so Nintendo, I believe, is next in the thing.
They love you, and then boom, another system comes out, and the next thing you know, you're up on the shelf with all the other collectibles.
Oh. What?
Wait,
what?
Did it switch videos on you?
I don't think so. I don't know why it's saying 1:59 minutes now. That's a bit strange. What the fuck? Hero Wars?
Really
What's
strange.
this?
Oh, you're getting an ad?
I'm getting ads? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, YouTube has been pretty aggressive against ad block.
I'm waiting for the new Nintendo Wii to come out.
Yeah, they're really going like, oh yeah, the Wii's kind of phenomenal, ain't it?
Yeah, seems like it.
Seeing a young man methodically destroying every one of their pots and vases.
This is Nintendo DS Lite. This is the hottest portable gaming system out there.
See, I think this is actually a pretty good way to do it. So, you know, here's literally the news. This is our marketing right here.
Yeah. No, it is pretty smart.
It kind of started out as just a DJing kind of a tool.
This is our Weebot.
Weebot, huh?
It's a new kind of bowling league.
The difference here is that...
Yeah, the Wii became, as you're clearly seeing here from all this news footage, that the Wii is a global phenomenon. Like an absolute global phenomenon.
Nintendo sales are red hot right now. Sales for the popular Wii and the handheld DS game machines are just taking off.
And the Wii is outselling the Microsoft Xbox 360. And
I do love how this whole montage is basically just them bragging.
I mean, yeah, basically, right? Like, I don't even think they were expecting their console to get as big as it did.
I mean, no, I'd be very surprised. Like, obviously, they're happy about it, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Reggie me?
My name is Reggie.
Hey, Reggie.
And I am happy.
Very simplistic, very straight to the point.
More than a press conference or a business meeting. We see today as a celebration. And by that, I don't mean just a celebration for Nintendo, but for all of us.
Ooh, gamers rise up.
Because we think this E3 marks a conclusive turning point for the video game market, welcoming more players and more opportunity to our form of entertainment. Looking back, E3 here in 2007 may well be seen as a coming out party for an entire industry. The moment when it became finally clear that video games would take their place alongside TV, movies, and music as a staple of leisure entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, gamers literally rise
Because
up
everyone's a gamer.
and play the Wii.
Let me take a minute or two to submit some evidence. Here in America, the world's largest and most competitive market, the video business during the first 5 months of this year is up nearly 50% over the same period in 2006. In the UK, growth is at 42% through the first half of this year. And in some markets on the continent, it's up even more than that. And in Japan, where many of the current industry drivers appeared first, yearly growth is up 114%.
That's a lot.
That's right, 114%. This kind of explosion simply is not possible by exciting only the existing market. It reveals an expanded market. You know, I've seen audience expansion happen in my own home, and I bet you have too. I offer the DS or a Wii controller to someone who at first says, "No, I don't play those things." And 45
Dude,
minutes
imagine being in
later,
Reggie's family and have him like literally offer you a Wiimote, and you're like, "Nah, I don't play video games. Sorry, Reggie."
That really matter. And somewhere
Yeah,
in the world,
I mean, this
these
is an
moments
era where a lot of
happen
people just thought video games
every
were just for kids.
of
Yeah.
every day. Here's some more evidence. First, because after all, this is a Nintendo show, it's not going to surprise you that I report so far this year, exactly 69% of all
2% with
gaming
Microsoft, huh?
comes directly from the sales of Nintendo products.
I could believe it.
But let's look beyond that.
Yeah.
There are 3 factors that are driving growth. The first, the steady march of portable play as an increasing share of our gameplay passion.
I'd say it's pretty accurate. Handheld
Here, tracking a
portable
5-year
gaming
period,
did
you
become
can see that
a
all
lot more
game
common.
systems, that top bar,
Well,
used
yeah,
to
you were definitely
represent more
getting
than
higher quality
2/3 of
games
all
by
game
the DS
system
era,
sales.
so it kind of makes sense that
Last year,
it would start to
that
pick
dropped
up because you're not
just
getting
half.
shovelware crap.
Yeah.
If we break down those bottom bars representing this generation of portable systems, you could see that from 2005 to 2006, Nintendo DS doubled its share of all system sales of any kind. So just to be clear, the majority of that other green bar represents
Game Boy?
sales of Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, PSP where?"
Nobody cares about PSP.
DS is
Heyo.
leading industry
Heyo.
growth. And if we add 5 months of results so far in 2007, DS market share is up another couple share points to a full quarter of all hardware sales here in the US. The second point of note is the expansion of appeal to older players. This chart represents all spending for all video game products.
Yeah, so the over
In
yeah,
less
so
than a
so the
year and a
gamers have been
half,
aging
players
basically.
between the ages of 18
Yeah,
and 24
I mean, it makes sense.
have
People who
gained a
grew up on
total
games generally
of
continue to
6
play
share
games in their
points,
adulthood.
from
Yeah.
15 to 18, and now 21% of all dollar sales. Over that same span, players over the ages of 25 have grown to now account for a third of all revenues. Why is that important? Because this is where potential lives.
Mhm.
But is it really possible to reach that older consumer?
I mean, it's kind of the thing, right? It's like you can get the more money out of the older
From the
consumer.
total market to look at what's happening to
Yeah.
us
They got
at
money to
Nintendo.
spend.
Again, in just a year and a half.
No, I would say for a lot of these companies,
Measuring by all
the
hardware
late
sales,
teens to
those
like
over the
mid
age of
20s are
25
probably the people that
have
make the most
jumped
money off of.
9 full
Yeah.
share points to about a quarter of all of our purchases.
Maybe not as much when it comes to like live service or
those
like mobile
18
gacha
to
games and stuff,
24
but definitely when it comes
have
to
more
buying
than
new
doubled.
games.
Oh yeah.
In such a short period of time, this type of growth is unprecedented. So, on to the third factor, female players.
Yeah, getting the girl
first
gamers
bar
up.
shows the breakdown for system sales by gender for the entire market. So far this year, for everyone except Nintendo. This 80-20 split between men and women is essentially the law of the industry. It never changes. But let's add another bar. This one for Nintendo only so far here in 2007. The ratio drops from 4-to-1 to just 2-to-1.
See, I feel like this bar would be very different today.
Are being bought by women.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
This too is driving.
It's probably really close to
Nintendo's
50-50.
It's probably close,
In
yeah.
fact, the Nintendo DS may be the beacon that's lighting the way to the future of the entire game industry. And it's not just America. In Japan, where the gaming audience first started to explode, the expansion of older and female audiences is even more pronounced. Now, obviously, Wii hasn't been around long enough to track sales changes to the same degree. But we are analyzing people in households which already own a Wii. Who's playing there? Well, not surprisingly, 95% of all males between the ages and 6 and 24. The core of the games market is still the core of the Wii market. But they're not alone. 2/3 of men between the ages of 25 and 49 in Wii households report playing regularly. And for women in that same age group, 3/4 say they've at least tried it, and 1/3 are regular users.
Very
That's
nice.
a lot of soccer moms. But my favorite is the category for those over 50. For men here, well over half have tried it, and 1 in 8 say they play it regularly.
Yeah, the Wii was really good
Female
for the older crowd.
counterparts, more than 10%
Yeah.
are playing regularly. Again, this is another statistic that is almost certainly a first in video game history. Finally, let me describe this conceptually. Industry appeal has always worked the same way. Pitch a game to the core players, and then push appeal as fast and as far as you can. But to Nintendo, there is another way. Software like Nintendogs and the Brain Games and Wii Sports act as satellites in the game universe. They act to pull the total market outward, to include them enlisting brand new players in the process. Demand moves from simple push to push-pull, and the market grows.
Sorry, by the way, for any
I don't live
buddy
in a
watching
cave.
that doesn't like the
I
coughing.
know
I'm
what
still
some
recovering
people are saying.
a little bit.
Sure, that's all happening
Yeah, it's been an
now,
ongoing thing
but
for a
it's
bit.
just a
I'm
fad.
still getting a little bit too, though. It's better today.
And you know what?
Yeah, you seem like you're doing a
If I
lot
were in
better
your
today.
shoes, I'd be saying exactly the same
Yeah.
thing. But here's the reality. The Nintendo DS worldwide flew by the 40 million sales mark months ago and remains unquestionably the best-selling game system on the planet. And we launched 33 weeks ago and has been effectively sold out around the world.
That is true.
For all 33 weeks.
Took me a long time to get mine.
In fact, considering that current level of demand, Wii is poised to become the #1 worldwide in this generation very soon. The reality is this: Nintendo is not a fad. Nintendo is the future. And it's little surprise that the development community is responding accordingly. In America alone, there are already 60 games in the Wii catalog, and almost 300 for the DS. Between now and the holidays, North American players can expect another 140
Wow, that's a
titles
lot.
for the DS.
Hmm.
And another
How many for the Wii?
additional
Oh, wow.
100 games.
I wasn't
for
expecting
Wii.
100 for the Wii.
The development
They did
community
release a lot of games to the
realizes
Wii, so it doesn't
opportunity.
surprise me they had that many even in like
To
the
date,
first year after launch.
14 of the top 20 bestsellers for Wii in America have been from third-party publishers. And third-party sales represent more than half of all unit volume. We are now facing a wonderful new reality. Everyone's a gamer.
True.
People who never played games
Good job.
before
Good job, Nintendo.
are playing
They achieved
now.
their goal for sure.
And the very core of the traditional game market is saying, you know what? Wii is for me, too.
Mario, how are we going to get after this one?
All right, interesting. Yo, DK.
Oh, my baby.
You know, Nintendo's really leading into the general media, aren't they?
Nintendo DS.
They are, yeah.
Zoidberg, nice.
Her Highness does nothing but advocate the genocide of our people and our way of life.
Hey, I hear you're gonna go save the princess.
Oh.
Get ready for the next installment in Nintendo's
Super Paper Mario, huh?
Super Paper Mario.
We love the Wii. We love the Wii. We love the Wii.
User says pretty belt as a twirly loopy-loop, pretty as a little puppy.
I'm trying to see if I recognize any of these videos.
Those formative gaming experiences can we relive?
So far, no.
No, but it does seem like there's a lot of like skit videos, which I think on YouTube was relatively popular around this time.
Yeah, because how old would YouTube have been? A couple years, at the very least,
I want to
right?
say it would have been like, yeah, 2 or 3 years old, give or take.
Yeah, and the small kind of like very admittedly crappy looking skit videos were kind of the big
Of the Wii
thing.
Remote and the Nunchuck,
Yeah.
the Wii Zapper.
See, I don't have that one. I do have a zapper somewhere, Megan, which I'm still trying to look for after you put it somewhere.
I did. I don't know.
I swear you were the one with the box. I swear. I don't think it was me.
For some, the Wii Zapper holds the same potential to change the dynamics of first-person shooters as the Wii Remote.
It's funny because every time we find like my Nintendo zapper, you're like, oh, is that the one? I have to go, no, Megan, it's not that one. It's the one for the Wii.
A new Resident Evil from Capcom.
Ah, see, that's the one I have the zapper for.
Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles. It includes the zombies you've come to love and an Umbrella Corporation stronghold you've never seen before.
That is a good game.
The Wii Zapper provides a wide variety of weapons, making this Resident Evil both evolutionary and revolutionary. What's even more fun than whack-a-mole? Well, try Zap-a-Zombie. And Capcom...
Yeah, YouTube would have been
is
about
not
2 years
alone.
old, roughly.
Sega is bringing the full light gun arcade action of Ghost Squad to Wii.
Ghost Squad?
As members of a secret UN anti-terrorism squad, you're going to give those kidnapping and bombing terrorists exactly what they deserve, a good, healthy zap.
Yeah, I find it funny that, like, now that the Wii is out, we're kind of seeing a resurgence of all these railgun games.
Is built specifically to
like
take
rail
advantage
shooters.
Yeah.
of the Wii Zapper.
I mean, you have a
More than 10
touchscreen
different
remote,
Wii Zapper
essentially.
moves and weapons
Or not touchscreen,
help
like
you
a pointer.
infiltrate Normandy
And it's
from
just,
behind
you know, it makes a lot of sense that these games would come back, because
and up to
the
32 soldiers
old, like,
can
flash
combine
gun
in
games kind of
multiplayer
died in
mode.
popularity when CRTs started being less popular.
Yeah.
Other third-party partners
Because as far as I'm aware, those are only possible to play on CRTs. You can't play them on Plasma or LCD.
Apparently, I think we did look this up in one other video. I think.
I think so, yeah.
Or we looked it up outside of a video, I don't remember. And I think that is correct.
Yeah, because I just remember the technology is very dependent on the refresh rate of the screen. So
this year, along with our software, and we'll make it available at a manufacturer-suggested retail price of $19.99.
Pretty good price.
that is a good price, yeah.
Now, what if your weapon of choice is a sword? Well, then you'd probably be looking
Here
for
comes all the
one-of-a-kind
peripherals.
Soul Calibur Legends for Wii.
Oh, maybe not.
From Bandai Namco, it is, in the words of its
Okay, that's kind of cool,
developers,
actually.
an immersive experience that presents a
Hmm.
unique look in the franchise.
Yeah, very different. I forgot they had a Soul Calibur game like this.
Maybe you prefer to
I wonder
score
what
off
Dark Souls
with
would
no
play
weapon
like
at
if it had a
all
Wii version.
Probably not that great.
in the world of wrestling entertainment.
I don't know, I just
no
like the
holds
idea
barred when
of, like,
WWE
using the Wii
SmackDown
remote as a
versus
sword,
Raw
or, like,
2008
using an nunchuck to dodge or
body
something. I think it'd be
slams to
fun.
both
It wouldn't work
the
for a
DS
game as hard as Dark
and
Souls,
Wii.
but I think it'd be interesting.
It'd be interesting, that is for sure.
Nintendo DS is also the staging area for one of our industry's legendary franchises. For the first time, with Ninja Gaiden, Dragon Sword, Team Ninja is taking an original action title to the DS. And the experience is brand new with stylus in hand. Now, but we know not all core gamers are fighters. Maybe you're deep. For
Deep, huh?
decades, no one has developed deeper storylines than Square Enix. But
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Wii,
pretty true,
they're
actually.
marrying that tradition to the unique attributes of the Wii Remote, traversing the lush worlds that Square Enix is known for. You'll be playing this new Dragon Quest early next year.
Dragon Quest Swords. What is
And
that?
whether you're old friends with Mario and
I don't know,
Sonic
I can't say
or
I've
new
seen that before.
acquaintances, you've never put them through their paces as you will with Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Apparently it reviewed pretty
Up to
decent.
4 players go for the gold.
Yeah.
racing
Was this
from
the first
Olympic
Mario
track
and Sonic
to the
Olympic
Olympic
Games
pool.
game?
I think so.
That's pretty
All
cool,
this
because that's still
should have
ongoing as
core
far as I
gamers
know.
fighting each other to get their hands on the controllers.
Let me see here.
There's one more title. I
Yes,
guess
that
I
would
should
be the first
mention,
one.
that will turn that fight into an absolute brawl.
A brawl.
If you've been following the updates
Smash Bros. Brawl?
on the Smash Brothers Dojo website, it's a pretty good bet that you can't wait to battle with Giga Bowser. And late last week, you got your first tutorial on how to power up your attack using any of 4 different controller options. Yes, the Smash community is stoked, but when? Well, not next year, not next spring. I can announce today that Smash Brothers Brawl will launch in the Americas on December 3rd.
Ooh.
What you'll see
pretty good.
Relatively
what you'll
soon.
hear this week is only a beginning. There's a lot more news to come. And trust me,
Yeah, I remember
it's
Brawl
the
being
best
seen as
Smash
not as
Brothers
good as
ever
Melee.
by
Of course,
far.
it's kind of hard to beat Melee at this point.
What this lineup
Yeah, I
begins
think the
to
major
demonstrate
reason for that,
is that
at least
no
from what I
matter
understand,
how
was character
active the
balance.
gamer,
Probably.
There's a lot of characters. It had a lot of mechanics that were more suited for casual play
and the
versus
Wii.
Melee, and it had a lot of characters like Meta Knight that were just like really broken.
Yeah, true. I do recall
My
that.
name is Mike Damiani. I'm currently the webmaster of a
So,
Nintendo news
people
site
are still
called
playing
Hylia.
Melee.
My name is Jackie Gowner, and I'm a Wii editor on thehylia.com.
I would like to say we have a more hardcore view of video games. We kind of expect them to be more about gameplay. We expect them to be a little bit more difficult and very rewarding once we complete them.
In terms of the DS, it's like having a cell phone to me. Like, you know, it's one of those things where you have to have it with you.
Well, my impressions of the Wii gaming experience so far, I was like many that were pretty skeptical about it at first. And it was with Wii Sports, basically. That was the game that made me understand what was different about the Wii from other consoles that were on the market at the time.
Yo, Metroid.
I think the reason why
I think.
I'm
Is that
so
Metroid?
connected with Metroid
No.
is because Samus
Or is it?
is not some
I guess it
damsel
is.
in distress.
I guess it is. I don't
An
recognize
active
it, but I didn't really play any of the
person in
Metroid DS
It's a
games.
really personal experience with the Zelda games because each one of them has its own unique style, yet they all share the same types of gameplay elements that make them so special to everybody. Out of any other game, I get a little bit fanboyish with it.
We've invited the two people you just met in that video to join us up here on stage and put a couple upcoming games through their paces. Please join me in welcoming Mike along with Bill Trinan from our Treehouse group.
Mad Mike, what are you gonna show off?
Reggie. Good morning, everybody. Having such a prolific Zelda player on stage here to play Phantom Hourglass for me makes my job.
Ooh, Phantom Hourglass.
So glad you're here, Mike.
Never played it, but heard good things.
That a all-touch control Zelda
I enjoyed
game
it.
probably means
It's
a
not like
simpler,
the best
trimmed-down
Zelda game, but I
experience.
did play through it
Well,
like
think
3 or 4
again.
times.
The touch-sensitive interface not
It's a good
only
game.
revolutionizes the control, it revolutionizes the gameplay itself. You've probably seen Link
I will say the
moving
touch
and
controls
fighting,
in that game actually
and
feel
even,
really good. They
you know,
didn't
making a
feel
few
really
memos, notes
clunky,
on his map,
Really?
which is really nice and really surprising.
That is kind of surprising.
And all of this is handled intuitively through the touchscreen. Now, not only is this inviting to the non-gamer, but it provides the hardcore Zelda fan the most tactile Zelda experience to date.
Interesting. Drawing on the map, huh?
Move, say a block, pull a lever.
Yeah, the boomerang was really fun, actually.
Together with him.
Nah,
And touch
he blew it.
control also
He missed the last one.
revolutionizes Link's arsenal of items, like
At
his
least I think he
grappling
did.
hook.
Yeah,
Mike's
they have the
going to,
little
be
yellow glow
rushing
when you hit them,
downstairs
so
here
if you
really
don't get
quickly
that,
to
you,
show us how
the
that
boomerang
works.
won't actually hit them.
You may remember the item from The Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass. You use it to swing around, stun enemies. I'm sorry, it was in the Wind Waker. This is Phantom Hourglass. In Wind Waker, you use it to swing around and stun enemies. Here, you're going to use it for grabbing objects, pulling you towards them.
The hook shot was one of the best
actually
items in the
defeating
game.
enemies.
Okay.
You can pull 2 objects together
And a big
from
part of that is
distance.
because one of the main mechanics of the game is that there's this temple you have to go into multiple times, and like as you unlock different items you can get farther down, but once you get the hook shot you can actually take shortcuts down so you don't have to go through all the floors like entirely.
Okay, that does sound pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So this is how Eiji Aonuma and his team in Japan was able to take advantage of the touch interface to really make the game feel fresh for new and experienced gamers at the same time. This is just one small example of how they've done that. Of course, the game also features everything you could ask for in a Zelda game. A deep storyline, endearing characters, numerous side quests, and much, much more. Now, I've been a Zelda fan for a long time myself, and Phantom Hourglass has fast become my favorite Zelda game ever. And that's not just a bunch of on-stage E3 hyperbole. That is the truth. And Japan agrees, because there, it's one of the fastest-selling Zelda games they've ever had. Between the near-perfect score in Famitsu and the feedback that we've been getting from the 300,000-plus consumers who bought this game during launch week, we're finding that not only are new audiences picking up Zelda for the first time, including, with this game, a very large number of female gamers, but we're also finding that the hardcore are absolutely loving it.
I do like the little tightrope thing that you can do.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Fantastic gameplay.
Alright, thanks, Mike.
Next,
Good job, Mike.
what I'd like to do is invite Jackie Goner on stage, because I think she makes a much better Samus than I do. So we're going to have Jackie come on and play some Metroid Prime 3 for us. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the gameplay from the Metroid Prime series by now, but with the Wii Remote, Metroid now offers the best first-person control on any console, period. Now, the team at Retro has done a fantastic job of implementing gesture-based controls using the Wii Remote for everything from flipping switches to using Samus's grapple beam. They've also applied it to Metroid's unique visor system, as Jackie's about to show us. With it, you can switch visors on the fly by simply holding down the minus button and gesturing to a different part of the screen. And just as easily, you can drop back and naturally come back into fighting. It's very simple. As you can see, the Morph Ball is making a return in the game.
I mean, you can't really have a Metroid game without a Morph Ball.
Together, though, is in battle. I think Jackie's got a few friends waiting for her just beyond this door. With the Wii Remote, it could not be easier to simply aim and fire at the enemies you encounter. But Metroid Prime 3 takes it one step further, because what the team has done is they've implemented lock-on free aiming. And what that allows you to do is you lock onto a target with the Z button, and that becomes your orbit point. You can strafe around it easily. But unlike past Metroid games, while you're locked on, you still have the ability to aim anywhere on screen.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
They've also included 3 sensitivity settings. So control is going to
Jackie seems like struggling a bit.
From a first-time
a little bit
shooter player to PC shooter vets. And since the controls are so good, they lend
It's okay, they gave her lots of
but as you can see,
I guess health tanks just to be safe.
Hyper mode here in order to handle all of these enemies.
Hyper mode,
What you can do is enter this new state, hyper mode, by injecting an energy tank into her new PED suit. Her weapons become absolutely devastating, but it comes at a price. Staying in hyper mode too long, and she'll become corrupted, entirely corrupted. So players are going to have to balance and juggle ultimate power with the ultimate price. So with revolutionary first-person control and incredibly intense combat, along with everything you've ever loved about Samus, I think you're going to find that Metroid Prime 3 is not just the biggest, first blockbuster first-person game you're going to be playing this fall, it's the best. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, everyone. Give it back to Reggie.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
Thank you, Mike, Jackie, and Bill. Recently, I had a conversation with one of you out there in the audience today. And he said, you know, Reggie, you guys have been talking about this audience expansion thing for a long time. But to be honest, I never really saw it. I never saw it coming. I think about this when we still hear questions about Nintendo getting serious about online. Well, I guess I'd answer, what if we already did and you just didn't notice?
Nintendo.
There's probably nothing more fun in this world than playing Mario Kart against.
Man, back to the free advertising.
You can do it with Wi-Fi and play games
Yeah.
with other people, and it's just a lot of fun to have, and people enjoy that product a lot. Nintendo's great for everyone.
You can chat with your friends. You can talk to other people from long distance.
Nintendo's Wii console isn't just for games anymore. It'll have its own news service.
Consoles with a broadband internet connection and the Opera web browser will be able to connect to news and photos.
Just like me, I'm so happy.
Mapwee.com, huh?
That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
Today, 5.5 million DS owners have fired up their Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, representing 230 million different gameplay sessions. And combined, those more than 5 million players have yet to spend their first dollar to connect wirelessly. One reporter talking about the DS put it this way: it still amazes me every time I connect with a player halfway around the world. I'm not sure I'm ready to have the planet in the palm of my hand. I couldn't say it better myself.
There's a lot of power to have the planet right in the palm of your hand.
The virtual console
That's true.
Of the Wii channel menu
I'd be tempted to crush it.
More than 5.6
For no reason other than to see what it feels like.
downloads. The catalog of those classic titles already stands at
I mean, if it's that
112.
small in your hand, maybe it just feels similar to
has
cracking
put
an
a
egg in your hand.
distinctive
I mean, maybe.
stamp on online connections using a home console.
Probably a lot more screaming, though.
We've also announced
Tiny screaming.
to our development partners.
I would say, could you even hear that if you're that big, though?
Be like,
This is the overarching term for creating
And then it's
unique
gone.
to be downloaded to the Wii via the Wii Shop channel, beginning next year. And today, I can announce a new channel, one devoted specifically to the phenomenon known as Mii's.
Oh boy.
Check Me Out. You can enter Mii's you've created and have them voted on by fellow creators.
Ooh.
You can find ones designed by your friends or search through the most popular. Even take home the ones you like best. Additionally, there'll be contests and promotions. For example, creating Mii's based on certain real-life celebrities.
I do find the Mii's, the whole Mii thing to be pretty interesting. Quite smart, too.
I can just sense what some of you are
Yeah,
thinking.
it was definitely good for them. It added a lot of individuality that people like into games. Like, oh, I can create a character that's me.
Yeah.
Well, the complete Wii gamer is already using Nintendo Wi-Fi connection to battle their Pokemon online. And using their DS portables as a controller. And as
Oh, are they gonna announce Battle Revolution?
Creatures to Pokemon Battle Revolution.
Yeah.
Players in America will also soon be
It's so sad that this was the last like Pokemon Stadium-like game they made.
See, I never even knew about it until, like...
Mario, Strikers,
Well,
Charge.
I mean, if I saw this live, then I probably knew about it, but I probably forgot about it. Because, yeah, only a couple of years ago I heard about it again. I'm like, what? That was a thing?
Which form of football you prefer,
Yeah,
EA Sports
it
will
wasn't
have
very
you going
good,
at it
apparently. From what I remember, anyway, it was very grindy and generally not
NFL
very fun.
08
And I
is
don't
the
think it
first
sold super well.
realistic sports game taking advantage of Wii Online, letting you square off live across the line of scrimmage against friends, even if they're snowbound in Green Bay. FIFA Soccer 08 features EA Sports award-winning online interactive leagues, as well as adding a new party mode, which will have you using your own Mii to compete against Ronaldinho in a series of skill tests. From Square, Dragon Quest Monsters.
I think it'd be really funny if EA, for that game mode, made all of like the professional players have like their own Mii to play as.
That'd be interesting.
Of a monster catching adventure.
Oh.
You'll be battling online via the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection.
Dragon Quest had a Pokemon spin-off, huh? Interesting.
And the introduction of
Yeah, they have the one on
Activision's
the on the
Guitar Hero
Switch now,
Legends
but I
for
didn't know about the
Wii
Wii one.
means that you can now rock into the Wii hours.
I wonder how expensive that game goes for.
Yeah, I don't know.
With an exclusive wireless Les Paul guitar controller.
What was it called? Dragon Quest Monsters?
All of this should at least
I think so.
suggest that we're serious about letting you show your stuff online. But I have one more announcement.
Apparently the first one is on the Game Boy Color.
Gentlemen,
Yeah, it looks like they got quite a few of them. They got a couple on the DS as well.
because Mario Kart for Wii starts burning.
I don't know if that was the first one on the Game Boy Color, but...
Online in the first.
Well, that's the first
Oh,
one
look
I'm
at that.
seeing on price charting. Nice. Mario Kart Wii.
Did they have these carts in Mario Kart Wii?
I think so.
played it, so I can't really say. I'm nowadays I'm more used to the like, oh, customize your cart and stuff. But like these are pretty cool. I do like these. I don't know what the hell Peach is.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be either. I think this Mario Kart was one of the first ones where you can kind of pick and choose. The big thing about this one is that they were letting you ride on motorcycles.
Ah, okay. That's
So
first time. Huh?
it wasn't quite as customizable as like Mario Kart 7. I think that's when they first introduced like the wheel swap, the parachute, all that. But they kind of played with it in this game.
Because now you'll be racing against rivals around the world in real time. And for the first time, that includes online multiplayer battle mode. We also think that more racers means more fun. How many more? Well, stay tuned.
Ooh.
And this is also the Mario Kart where a first-timer can immediately stay bumper to bumper with a kart veteran. That's because of a variety of control choices, including a franchise first, a custom Wii wheel.
There you go.
That makes its debut with Mario
Peripherals
Kart for Wii.
So from what I understand, the Wii wheel was the most popular like Wii peripheral.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Like the Wii Zapper, this custom steering wheel has the potential to level the track for beginners while offering a new feel even if you first started racing with Mario Kart 15 years ago. And like the Wii Zapper, the Wii wheel will come packaged with Mario Kart software. So, to recap, the purpose of the Wii Zapper and the groundbreaking control of Metroid and the introduction of WiiWare and the online option from Madden to Kart, all this makes games feel fresh again, no matter how long you've been playing.
True, true. With all the different
However,
control types, yeah, that would
it's
be
obvious.
accurate.
The key to industry expansion is making games irresistible, even to those who've never played before.
The big favorite among
All right,
us
back to
was
the news.
Virtual bowling on the hottest new game gadget, the Nintendo Wii.
Think video games are just for kids? Think again how the Wii is getting a Dallas retirement home moving.
The most surprising thing about this new technology is this video game appeals to all ages.
I hadn't ever done anything with, video games, so didn't think I was interested in it, but this is definitely okay.
The Nintendo DS Lite's a pretty good placeholder. The dual screen that it's known for, they slimmed it down from the original DS.
Just here doing some Japanese homework with a little help from my DS Lite and its kanji dictionary.
We have a toddler who plays tennis on the Nintendo Wii game. He's very good at it. Take a look. 22 months old.
Man, look at him go. That kid's gonna be a pro gamer in the future. And by future, I mean now, because he should be a pro gamer now.
Yeah.
Launching its Wii gaming system for kids.
Very, very smart about putting the Wii, at these mom nights at hotels around the country.
Oh, the boo. I know that guy gonna die. We love it.
What we've talked about so far today are products aimed squarely at the bullseye of the game market. So let's widen the focus and look at what comes next for the mass market. To do that, please join me in welcoming Nintendo's worldwide president, Mr. Satoru Iwata.
Yo. Megan, cheer. Cheer, Megan.
Whoa, it's the man himself.
I'm sorry, Iwata. I'm sorry for the sheer disrespect that Megan has given you.
Time with us today.
No, never disrespect.
I played my first video game 30 years ago. In those days, there were not many gamers. So, from the start, I thought it would be wonderful if someday everyone could find the same enjoyment I was having. But to do this, we would have to respond with new proposals and tangible products. So far, we are seeing some positive results. Petting puppies and training your brains.
Mm-hmm. Two very good ones from what I understand. And I did like Brain Age, to be fair.
Appreciated by many different
Yeah, Brain Age is cool.
And with Wii, when people start to sweat while playing tennis right in their own living rooms, well, this kind of thing attracts many who never played before. In fact, I must admit that some sort of paradigm shift taking place in my own home. Right now, I am so enthused with the new DS cookbook software in Japan that I
have heard that's
making
pretty
the
cool
point
too,
to
actually.
prepare dinner for my family on my days off.
I mean, that looks kind of cool, actually.
And I have learned that I better focus 100% and forget about all of my job while I'm chopping onions. When I focus on software like this, I know some veteran gamers fear that Nintendo might have lost its passion for traditional video games.
Nah, is that true? Nintendo never lost its passion.
That user expansion products have
I don't think
nothing
anyway.
to do with them. I hope what you have seen and heard so far today shows this is not the case. But more importantly, I would ask those veterans to remember their very first day as gamers.
Ooh, I remember that.
If
Megan, do you
you are
remember
like me,
your very first day as a gamer? Well, yeah, let's get some background lore on all this.
First days of the gamer. Well, I don't know if I remember like the very first games that I play. Like my earliest gaming memories come from when I was playing on the NES and playing Super Mario Bros.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was never very good at it, or Super Mario World. But like we had only borrowed those consoles from one of my dad's friends, I believe, because we only had them for a short period of time. But then eventually he ended up buying our own console, and the very first game we got was Crash 2.
Okay, very nice. That's a good
And it
one.
was a lot of fun. I don't know if I was ever skilled enough as a kid to beat it, but I think I got decently far. I just don't think I ever beat the final part of the game.
Ooh, even after all these years? Man, crazy.
I mean, yeah, I haven't gone back to play it. Maybe one day I'll get to playing it when I get back to playing the Insane trilogy. But yeah.
I mean, that would be cool. I know mine was Mario Duck Hunt on the NES. That would probably be the first game I played because it was my sister's. It was my sister's console, and I don't remember why. I think it was like given to me later. Just because I don't think she really used it. I don't really remember. And yeah, no, Mario Duck Hunt was like the first game I played, and then I remember playing a lot of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game as well.
Yeah,
you know, TMNT,
we played some
right?
of that.
It's like, you know, TMNT back in the day, everybody loved that cartoon, you know.
Yeah.
So that was one of the other games I remember playing a lot. And then after that, it was
my
just like
brother
a lot
and I
of other
played
games.
some. Okay.
Wait, played some what?
Some of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the NES. I think it was Turtles in Time.
Man, not the original.
No, I don't think we ever played the original.
Man.
I don't think we beat that one either, but we spent a decent amount of time playing that co-op.
Yes, I had parents too.
Was that on the NES or was that Super Nintendo?
I think that one was Super Nintendo.
See, Megan, I'm talking about the NES one, the classic.
Yeah, we didn't play a lot of games on the NES. Like I said, we never had them very long. I think we had the Super NES a little bit longer. I think we convinced Dad to let us have it a little bit longer. But
they can
yeah.
become veteran players one day. Players for life. Today, we are seeing that it is not impossible to expanding the gaming population. So, our next immediate challenge at Nintendo is this: to destroy the psychological barrier that separates veteran gamers from novice players.
Good luck. That still hasn't happened.
I mean, true.
We at Nintendo would like to make new proposals so that our products will not be narrowly classified, causing remarks like, this game is for beginners or that one is for co-players. To say it simply, we must accept that games are for everyone. Yes, people will always have different tastes. But everyone can develop a taste for video game. You may think this sounds impossible, but think about the Wii Zapper.
Okay, I'm thinking about it.
This is a kind of complexity that has always created a high barriers for even casual players to overcome. Now, FPS games don't need to be ruled out anymore, even for the expanded audience. In order to break down the wall of separation, we continue to challenge ourselves to find new themes for video games. We seek titles that are of immediate interests and easily playable by everyone. But at the same time, the contents of these games should be scalable with enough eventual sophistication and challenge for even veteran players.
Okay.
The best game design lets users of all skill levels play together. In a few minutes, Mr. Miyamoto will be out here with a new title that meets that goal. For now, I hope you will join me in one wish for our entire industry. Not only new games forever, but new gamers forever.
Woo!
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Iwata. Hey, Clubhouse Games. I've seen that one.
Hi, I'm Robin. This is my husband, Rigo. We're the Rigo-Haas family. We live here in Austin, Texas. For us, a small family gatherings, 30, 40 people.
When we got the Wii, we were able to involve everybody. It wasn't just me sitting there on the gaming console involved in a game, and now we're all getting to do it together. So it makes it a lot of fun.
Yo, Mario Galaxy!
Mario Galaxy, when we first turned it on,
It's a really good one.
First thing you think is like, wow, the graphics,
Yeah.
The interface, how you move around, everything about it was a new experience.
Catch the rabbit.
Catch the rabbit.
Hurry. Go run!
Because you're using both hands and you're steering him with your left hand and then you're shooting
I was
with
second
your
player,
right.
and it was cool because I got to help him, and I got to be kind of like the supporting role.
Andrew, go! Andrew, move! Andrew, you gotta move! You gotta get hold of it!
She did an alright job.
This is pretty accurate.
Good. I got all the crystals, and I got to stop boulders.
Just the gravity element of it itself gave it a new feeling than anything I've seen before in any of these games.
It was kind of exciting to see to jump into the star and kind of twirl around, and it was like, what's gonna happen? We sort of had that feeling when we were playing, so it was a good time. Brain Age 2 was really fun to check out. I just am so impressed by how many games there are. It's always a challenge every time you turn it on.
I see my mom and even my grandmother picking it up and playing it and getting, challenging each other. So I realized this thing's really for everybody.
Yeah, before Brain Age, the last game I played was Pac-Man. We get really competitive, trying to beat each other. And if he doesn't like his score, he'll erase it before I see it.
Okay, that's funny.
I've been enjoying our Changemaker and Word Blend, and also Virus Buster. It's supposed to be the relaxing one, but I enjoyed it. Being one of the first families to try out these new games has been really exciting. Everybody in every age range has really enjoyed them.
In Japan, Brain Age 2 is already more popular than the original. That's
See, I never
because
played
it
Brain Age
adds
2.
to the original with new games
Neither did
and
I.
challenges. And let me tell you, until you play this game, you have no idea how hard it is to purposely lose at rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, Megan, we might need to get it. Because we'll never know until we play it.
In your experience with
I mean,
Super
I
Mario
guess that's technically the
Galaxy,
truth.
I don't know
I mean,
how,
hey, it's what Reggie
how
said.
else to put it. It's over
I
the
know.
top. While every Mario game is a classic, in
Space
one
Petey.
sense, this is the first worthy successor to Super Mario 64. With varying degrees of gravity and the
First worthy successor, huh? So they're just like getting rid of Sunshine, basically.
We believe this game sets a
Yeah.
new gold standard
I mean, at
for
this time,
player
people didn't really
interface,
like Sunshine. It
not
kind
just
of
for
got cult status a
platformers,
little bit later.
but for any game. It will take skill and luck to persevere and to finish. But at the same time, it's instantly accessible even to people who've never played video games. You'll start exploring the galaxy here in the Americas on November 12th. November 12th this year. Still, we know that some of you still wonder about further expanding the game audience. Nintendogs. Yes, that was a breakthrough.
Dalmatian and Friends.
The Brain games. Yeah, they work too. And sure, Wii Sports is the perfect way to introduce everyone to the new system. But how much more can there be? Here's our answer. We're just getting started. Some games, particularly puzzle games, have always bridged boundaries.
True.
Picross for DS offers not just hundreds of new picture puzzles to be solved, but also the ability to create your own and share them wirelessly with friends and then download new ones. EA is also lending a unique Nintendo spin
My
to
Sims.
its classic Sims formula with
Is that one
My
good?
Sims.
I don't know.
appeal is immediately approachable with fully customized characters, clothing, and environments. And it's coming for both Wii and DS. Likewise, anyone who loves singing and dancing is going to enjoy High School Musical from Disney Interactive Studios for both Wii and DS.
Interesting.
Inspired by the two feature films of the same name.
When did High School Musical come out? Was it like super new at this point?
Third-party hit
I
of the
think
relaunch
so. I think the
period,
movie came out in
Ubisoft's
2006, the first
Rayman
one.
Raving Rabbids 2.
You are correct. Raving Rabbids 2.
To date, the
That didn't take long.
software, which is probably
Soon they'll get rid
most
of the Rayman
baffled
moniker
game
entirely.
traditionalists are the improvement games. Mr. Iwata admitted that when he first started talking about the brain games inside Nintendo, even some of the software engineers believed he had lost part of his brain. But with sales of 15 million units around the world, he's looking a little smarter. But can this thing grow?
Yeah.
Well,
Mm,
we and other people think so.
I mean, I don't know if they really made any more
Our
brain
vision
games, to be
training
fair.
game,
I guess they didn't really
called
need to.
Flash Focus here in the Americas is already available in Japan.
I don't think they did, because I want to say these were the last ones like on the DS, and I don't know if there was any on the Wii.
Through baseball batting practice
And then they remade the one on the Switch, and they made that a big deal because it's like, oh, we haven't had a brain game in years.
So I don't know they have one on the
introducing
Switch.
an inventive range of software
Yeah, they
beginning
released it,
with
I think
My
about a year and a
Word
half ago
Coach.
now. I don't know if it sold super
combines
well.
spelling,
I haven't heard anyone
word
talk about it.
jumbles, definitions, and other vocabulary building exercises. This is one game where your mom may end up schooling you.
Ooh.
And this is just stage one in a series. Among titles also in development is My Life Coach, which promises to make not just your vocabulary, but everything better. I mean, how much more can a
Wow,
video game do?
that's quite the claim.
That is.
Of course, all this stems from the popularity of Wii Sports, with appeal that quickly vaulted from just pure fun to being seen as something far more beneficial.
Video games improve your health.
Back to the
Video game
news.
is proving a great way to keep you feeling young. You can swing it like a tennis racket, a baseball bat, a golf club, a bowling ball.
The Wii by Nintendo is getting older fans off the couch and onto the
Man, look at
court
classic
into the
YouTube.
boxing ring.
And how the Wii is getting a Dallas retirement home moving.
Fundamentally, I'm a very good tennis player. I have a strong serve, somewhere in the 60s. And I'm very good singles player. I don't especially like doubles. People get in my way. I'm usually a one-on-one dominant player with a computer.
They're really being marketed for baby boomers and older adults who want to protect their memories.
You know, whenever our guys are playing Nintendo Wii in our Best Buy Blue Room, they are dressed for success.
We turn to the Wimbledon tournament, played this weekend in a Brooklyn bar.
Okay, I like the Wimbledon tournament. That's funny.
Yeah.
There you go, Conan.
They say you play as well as your competition. Play well enough to beat them. No, I just for fun, man. I crushed you.
The game offers short mental challenges which exercise the mind.
The last game we're featuring today takes our big lead in audience expansion and effectively laps the field. Wii Fit.
Wii Fit. Wii Fit was pretty cool. I'll give Wii Fit that.
Yeah. I actually saw a meme post about this the other day where this guy's like, the top 20 games in my collection, and 1 through 19 were Wii Fit, and then number 1 was Wii Fit Plus.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
But yeah, this sold like ridiculously well. It's one of their most popular games on the system, if I remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unique and very different, and surprisingly very fun, honestly.
Yeah. I do find it funny, like, through all this, that Wii Fit Trainer became an iconic enough character to be put into Smash Bros.
Yeah, right?
Look how much better at hula hoops I am in the game than real life. Bonk.
Yeah, avoid the shoe. Ow.
Ow. Okay, that was really funny.
Yeah. Like, Nintendo may look really casual with some of these games, but I don't know, they weren't really entertaining. Wii Fit.
Please welcome Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yo, Miyamoto, the man himself.
Woo!
Out here once again to have fun.
I mean, yeah, he's even got a colorful shirt. Of course he's about fun, right?
Have you all been getting your sweat on lately?
今年ね、僕がこの E3 で皆さんに説明したいのはマリオギャラクシーでもなくて、ファントムアーグラスでもなくて、マリオカートでもない。この Wii Fit なんですね。
The one game that I wanted to introduce to all of you at E3 this year was not Super Mario Galaxy, not Zelda for the Nintendo DS, and not Mario Kart. It's this game, Wii Fit.
で、我々がその Wii のコンセプトを考えたときに次のように考えたんですね。
When we first were thinking up the concept for the Wii, this is what we thought.
で、Wii はリビングのこう中心にあり、で、一人で
Yeah, definitely one of the most unique ideas for like a game, I think.
家族の間のコミュニケーションが生まれる。
Oh yeah, for sure.
そしてビデオゲームが家族みんなに関係のあるものになるということですね。
We thought that the Wii would be a device that would be placed in the living room, and as such, it needed to be relevant to everyone in the household. It would also provide new communication opportunities for all members of the family to interact with one another, and it would become a device that would make video games relevant to everyone in the home.
で、このコンセプトにどうしても欠かせないのが健康というテーマです。
And the one subject we felt we had to have in order to achieve this was health.
で、今日は3人のトレーナーの皆さんにね手伝ってもらってちょっと一部を説明したいと思います。
As you can see, we have 3 fitness trainers with us today, and we're going to have them demonstrate the activities for us.
左から片足ストレッチですね。
Starting with Sharon on the left, doing a one-legged stretch.
The classic. A bit all over the place.
ちょっとねマシンのセッティングがおかしいみたいで、本当はこの赤い点が黄色いエリアの中にね綺麗にこう上手なんで入ってるはずなんですけどね。
So it looks like the calibration is slightly off. You should have the red dot here in the yellow area. You're
Just slightly off.
Just slightly.
で、ここのバランスを取りながらこの運動をすることで両
It's okay. They're gonna have some bugs, I guess.
両側の筋肉がすごくバランスがつくんですね。
So by doing this stretch while maintaining your balance, it will help to build the muscles in your legs that provide balance and stability.
じゃあそのまま続けてってください。
So please continue on, Sharon.
じゃあ次真ん中をやり
I
ましょう。
wonder how they messed that up. I wonder how they like
John in the middle.
did that.
これはねステップっていう。
Zana, you think
I
it'd
would
be pretty easy to
assume-
calibrate?
有酸素の。
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I assume the sensitivity of her moving and changing her center of balance was probably a bit too whack.
Maybe.
Because I assume that's based on how they
The idea
track
is
it,
for this
right?
one to have more of a game-like feel to it, so that you can actually enjoy doing some of your exercises.
マークに合わせてこう乗ったり降りたりするんですね。
The idea is to match the timing of the icons and the music.
でそのうちね水色のが出てきますから水色が出ると横に降りる。
And you'll see in a little bit, you'll see some blue icons appear on screen, indicating when you need to step not to the front or the back, but to the side, increasing.
I'll look him go.
この周りのミーを見ながら一緒にやってみてください。
So the idea is to watch the Miis around you on screen and match their rhythm.
じゃあその次に行きましょうか。
Finally, we have Josephine.
これはね体こう左右に
Josephine's demonstrating a sideways twist.
ツイストしますね。
You start by simply twisting your body to the left and right.
この運動もやっぱりマークが出ててね。でちゃんとその運動をしてるかどうか。
There you go. Hers seems calibrated pretty good.
Now you'll see here that this also includes
Yeah.
an on-screen display, and this is again indicating your balance. And what this does is it allows the game to make sure that you're performing the activity correctly.
ごめんなさい。ちょっとなんかマシンの調子が良くないみたいで。
Okay, maybe hers isn't all that well calibrated. She needs to be in the blue area.
Although it's not moving as smoothly
Yeah.
as it should right now.
ぜひとも今日
Yeah.
展示の会場
I
で
mean, it's
試して
still a
み
work
て
in
ください
production, I'm
I
sure.
hope you'll take a look at it on the show floor today, so that you can get a good idea for how it works.
でこういう感じでね有酸素運動とかそれから
I mean, I guess this kind of thing, though, even if it's not working correctly, I mean, hey, you're still getting a workout out of it, I guess.
4つの種類のゲームが40
Well, you're still
種類
getting a workout, and you do see it does react, even if it's not working 100% correctly, right?
Yeah.
Aerobics exercises, muscle conditioning, yoga poses, and some balance games, more fun game-like activities. In all, there's over 40 activities in the game.
じゃあありがとうございました。
Let's give a big round of applause to our fitness trainers today.
Yeah. Go fitness
今
trainers.
彼らが使ってたのがこれですね。
The device that they were using is this.
Wii のバランスボード、Wii バランスボードと言います。
We're calling it the Wii balance board.
こう薄いでしょ。
It's very thin.
で、このボードに乗ることでね、あなたのまず体重がこう測れます。
So by standing on this board, it can measure your weight.
で、その体重がどんな風に傾いてるかってことが測れるんですね。
And it also measures how your balance shifts while standing on the Wii balance board.
それでこれを使うとこう体全体を使ったゲームのインターフェースにもなります。
And so we can also use this as a new interface for games that allows you to use your full body movement as control input.
で、これね、ワイヤレスなんでね、部屋のどこに置いても大丈夫です。
And of course it's wireless, so you can use it from anywhere in the room.
じゃあ、
good old wireless gaming. Starting to come to the forefront.
もう一つ大事な要素があるんですね。こうして今の測るっていう要素ですね。
But there is one more very important element to this software that I'd like to explain to you. And that's the idea of measurement.
体を測ってみましょう。で、今日はね、レジさんがいるので、レジさんを。
What we want to do is do a what we call a body check on somebody. So today, I think we'll do it with Reggie.
My body is ready.
He said the line.
I thought that happened later, but I guess it did happen during the Wii Fit thing.
I guess, yeah. Okay, that's good.
My body is ready.
My body is ready.
And you can see the blue mark here moving around. That's actually how Reggie is shifting his weight while standing on the balance board.
じゃあ今日の服装を聞いてきてます。
So are you wearing just a light layer of
Heavy
clothing?
Heavy clothing.
じゃあ。
Heavy clothing, yeah.
はい、セットしました。じゃあリラックスして。
Okay, so just relax.
で、自分がこう真ん中だと思う場所に立ってくださいね。
And stand in a position that feels natural to you and centered and balanced.
Bill, should I give you my wallet?
You can give me your wallet anytime, Reggie. Be happy to take that.
じゃあ静かに立ってください。
So stand still.
測ってます。
Matt, now what do you think Reggie's gonna get for his measurement?
Oh. See, I never really played Wii Fit, so I'm not entirely sure. Because this is a weight measurement, or?
I believe so.
We finished with the measurement.
Center of gravity.
大丈夫なんです。
So the idea is that you would do this
okay, not bad.
once a day, just a few minutes a day.
ちょっと右に傾いてますね。今これが結果ですね。
Now what you can see here is that Reggie's balance has shifted slightly to the right.
お腹はあまり出てないみたいですね。お腹が出るとこうなるんですね。
But looks like he doesn't have too big of a belly, because when you have that problem, then you tend to shift back on your heels.
で、これにね、もう一つ大事な要素なんですね。こちらの画面をちょっと見ていただきたいんですけども。
Do you maintain good daily posture?
こ
うして家族みんなのこうしてグラフが溜まっていきます。
As you play the game over time,
Can I do it with the Miyamoto Wii?
And create your own personal graphs,
Yeah.
as well as graphs for everyone in your family who's playing the game.
で、こうしてこれ何ヶ月も溜まっていくんですけども、これを家族で見比べるっていうのは結構楽しいんですね。
And you can track it for several months, and so it becomes very fun to not only track your own progress, but to compare how you're doing in comparison to everyone else in your family.
これ僕ですけど、最近ちょっと上がってましたね。
That was my own graph, but as you can see, it was going up a little bit.
で、これが今スタッフの間ですごい流行っててですね、スタッフは毎日これで見比べながら開発をしてます。だからだいぶこうシェイプアップしてきましたみんな。
Now this has gotten to be very popular with the development team that's working on the project, as they've been tracking their own data over time, and they've actually gotten into a contest to see who can be fittest the fastest, and they're all actually getting quite slim. It's nice.
レジさんの方に戻りますけどね。
So we'll come back to you now, Reggie.
これでほら体重を表示されたら嫌だっていう人ありますよね。
Now I'm sure some of you are probably thinking, I don't want to play a game that's going to put my body weight up on screen.
これはね、安心してください。表示するのは BMI という指数なんです、ね。
But you don't have to worry about that, because the number that's going to be displayed is not your body weight, but your body mass index, your BMI.
Reggie 6'5"? Man. Oh.
Ooh. Little chubby.
22っていうのがね、大体理想の体型とされてます。
He is a tall dude, though, yeah.
He is.
For an adult male, somewhere in the range of 22.
Just remember, muscle is heavier than fat. Keep that in mind.
Good excuses.
Good excuse. Oh. I like how Miyamoto brought out the English to call him out.
Yeah, right. That's good.
Well, let's see if we can't do a little exercise together here, Reggie.
Sure.
Now, I think for the sake of making this exercise interesting, it's only fair to turn this into a bit of a competition.
Ooh.
And so I think I can safely say that this will be E3's very first head-to-head soccer heading competition ever. First one to 20 points wins.
All right, Miyamoto versus Reggie. Let's see.
Let's go ahead and stand on the balance boards.
Okay, who do you think's gonna win?
It's gonna be soccer. You'll see some soccer
probably Miyamoto.
You'll lean left to right. Try to hit the balls as they.
See, I don't know, man. I want to say Miyamoto, but I don't know. Reggie might have it, man. I guess I'll go with Reggie.
Yep. First one to 20 points.
Oh.
Uh-oh. This is close. Oh, Reggie's taking a quick lead.
Oh.
15, 21. Oh my gosh, Reggie.
Oh man, look at him go. Oh. Ow.
Ow. Watch out for the cleats.
Oh no.
Yes, you gotta dodge the cleats.
Oh, Miyamoto not really doing that well.
Oh, panda heads too.
Ow.
Well, it looks like Reggie.
Oh, you actually lose points when you get hit too.
You do.
He's already up at 35. Reggie, did you practice?
Reggie さんの勝ちですね、これは。
Did I win yet?
Reggie, the winner.
Did I win yet? Wow.
Damn, look at you go, Reggie. I'd like to say Miyamoto put up a fight, but he really didn't.
No, I thought he put up more of a fight, not gonna lie.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
It's okay, he had fun. That's all that matters.
True.
I began today by saying I was happy. But please understand, we're not close to being satisfied. This is a remarkable time for a remarkable industry. There's a huge reservoir of talent, creative minds and business minds fueling our growth. These skilled people work for many companies. But right now, there's also something else at work beyond creativity and salesmanship. It's called leadership. And this is Nintendo's moment to lead. What we've accomplished so far may have increased our market share within our industry, but that's just a secondary goal. Our primary target is much wider. There are 24 hours in every day.
That's true, Reggie.
And only a small amount of time is available for leisure entertainment. Minute by minute, we intend to steal more of that time for video games.
Woo!
Look around. Podcasts and Flickr and Facebook.
Oh my god, Flickr, jeez.
Video blogs.
Haven't heard of Flickr in ages.
And YouTube.
I forgot about Flickr,
People
actually.
are no longer satisfied just consuming entertainment. They insist on getting inside it. We are the ultimate interactive experience. The future should belong to all of us. And when that day comes, that video games are accepted as the preeminent form of leisure entertainment by the greatest number of people over the greatest part of the world, then not only will we be happy, we might just be also satisfied. Thank you so much for your attention, and please enjoy E3.
Woo! Thanks, Reggie.
Woo!
Exercise the mind. There's a controller system that requires physical interaction.
You can do it with Wi-Fi and play games with other people in the area. Connect to news and photos by Nintendo.
Hottest new game gadget. Put it down.
It is the new king of all video gaming.
Yeah, Nintendo really hit the jackpot with the Wii.
They did.
Nah, alright, good. I was gonna say, don't play much of that, because I'll need to cut out the end.
You'll have to mute that.
Pretty solid, though. Eh?
Yeah, I thought it was a good conference. In my opinion, like, I did like the reel of, like, the advertisements and stuff with the Wii, but I felt like they did it a little too much throughout the conference.
Yeah, I could agree with that for sure. They did lead into that. I don't think that was bad necessarily, because I mean, they are trying to make a point of like, look how much of a global phenomenon we are. We're all over the news, right?
No, I get that. I just feel like it took up a lot of conference time. Like, yeah, having the big clip at the beginning and maybe one at the end or something would be good, but they had it like 3 or 4 times throughout the conference that it felt like a lot.
I mean, that is fair. I can agree with that.
But yeah, everything they showed off was really good, and they had a bigger exhibition on Wii Fit than I thought they would, but it makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I do feel like one thing with Nintendo that I will always say that I think makes me appreciate them for is how much fun they always seem to have during these.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's part of why Nintendo always usually gets like the win from me. It's because I appreciate how much fun they have. You bring Miyamoto out, he's gonna have fun. Reggie is gonna have fun. Iwata is gonna have fun, right?
Yeah.
Like they're all gonna have a good time up on stage, which I think is very nice. Even if it's them just taking little friendly jabs at each other, you know, it's like, oh yeah, this is actually like very nice, you know?
Yeah, no, they always do a good job of their presentation and balancing the technical and business aspects with just showing the games being fun and the presenters having fun.
Yeah.
So like it does make the conference more interesting to watch than some of Sony and Microsoft's conferences.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I guess we'll be moving on to Sony next, if I remember the schedule correctly. So that should be quite fun. And then we'll have to see who won E3 for 2007.
Yeah.
It should be an interesting choice.
I think so.
All right. So anything else you'd like to say?
No, I think I'm good. I think I said pretty much everything I need to say.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty fun conference. I don't know. I do like the Wii Fit. The Wii Fit. Man, I sound so old. I do like Wii Fit. I think Wii Fit was pretty interesting. And definitely very cool. Very cool for the time. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's it. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We hope you all enjoyed. But for now, it's time to cue the outro. So Frag out, and we shall catch you guys later.
Bye.